Hi, this is Richard Lynch. You're watching ilovelimerick.com, and I'm here at Dagda in St. John's Square with the Artistic Director of Dagda, Michael Klien. Michael, can you tell me, please, I know that Dagda is about to close its doors. Can you talk to me about your achievements in the last 8 years?
Yeah, well, I took over Dagda 8 years ago when it was based in UL, and we basically moved it here. We moved it into this church, former church. We renovated it. And it's just been a derelict church originally, and we thought it would be fantastic to move into the center of Limerick, surrounded by a graveyard, and actually make it one of the nicest places for dance in the world, I would say. It's a purpose-built, purpose-renovated in that way, building for dance. And I think for the last 8 years we have created a large community around it to appreciate avant-garde arts, but avant-garde culture, but also very socially relaxed culture in a way that is in touch with the people around it, that is in touch with so where people can get in touch with the artists, where there's not this divide between the stage and the audience, and it just flourished. It was really like a fantastic year. We had hundreds of events, literally. From the legendary Mamushka nights that everybody remembers, which had 300 people, through the door watching avant-garde performance. You wouldn't have that in London, these numbers. To very focused performances that were like distilled work, dance work like Sediments of an Ordinary Mind, that was still appreciated by big crowds. And also the installation work, like choreography of blackboards that went traveling to international venues thereafter, like the Hayward Gallery in London, like major achievements artistically, but also socially. We felt like we've had a major impact here in our local neighborhood, but also overall in Limerick.
So can you tell me, it's about to close its doors, Michael. Why? What is happening? What went wrong?
Well, the Irish Times said we went from favorite child to misfit. Only by 2007 we were the best funded dance organization in the history of the Irish state, believe it or not, ever. We had a very healthy turnover. We had loads of artists on our payroll, supporting loads of artists and their own work, as well as creating our own work. So it was like a village, within the city. And then 2007, something happened that we still struggle with. Actually, nothing happened on our side, but something happened how we are perceived. I assume it had a lot to do with when I took charge of Dagda. I said we're going to build a new kind of dance organization, of cultural organization. We don't want to be that elitist. We want to try something else. We want to work at the highest level of creativity, but we also want to work right on the ground and see what happens. And everybody was really excited when I talked about that we're going to build a new model. But once it was there, people was like, what is this? And we said, well, it's a new model. But they were like, yeah, but it's not like the old models. And I said, yeah, well, that was the whole point. And I think something along that way happened that our main funder, the Arts Council, simply didn't have the antennas in tune to appreciate and understand and evaluate what we were doing. Because we had the audience, we were extremely well managed, we never went into the reds. There's no reason as such. We're an extremely solid organization with people working there that have a great experience, expertise. So over the last 3 years, it has become a struggle, I would say, our communication with the Arts Council. And every year we had a 30% cut. Which was extremely harsh on adjusting the organization to it and shrinking. And this year we just lost it all.
So something was lost in translation and you've lost 100% of your funding. So what can the public of Limerick or even nationally do to preserve Dagda, which I think is one of the most incredible organizations, institutions in the city? What can they do to help you?
Well, I think first of all, lobby everybody they know, from politicians to arts curators, to anybody who works in the arts, to the Arts Council, of course. Send letters, send emails, grab them after performances, say how is that possible? People say to me all the time, how is it possible that this organization is going? I mean, it's just for those people around it, it's just insane and really absurd. But it's also a sign of our times, that spaces where thought can develop and new things can develop, and it just doesn't work as driven by bottom line profit, which creativity can never be. True art is never driven by money. It needs the money to survive, of course, but it's not the main motivation to do it. And I think loads of people struggle with that. But I think people need to get hold of people in charge and say, and ask them, like, very directly.
There is the petition you can sign online, and you can get that information at the end of this video. But is there anything that you guys have set up in terms of people giving donations? I know you need €200,000 for this place to survive, and you do have a deadline. What can people do right now? Is it donations? What is it? Do you need a rich philanthropist?
We need a rich philanthropist. I think that's really the only way at the moment forward. There's a very small chance, but we don't give up. We say, why not ask for it? We need over the next 15 months, and that would carry us forward to actually be able to access European funding that we think we can. We're very well qualified to do so. So we just need that bridge for the company to survive. And we think it's a 23-year-old dance organization. It's the oldest organization in dance in the country. It literally is a national treasure. And it's just insane to have it go in an instant.
It's a disgrace is what it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Michael, I love talking to you. If you're out there, anyone that's watching this, you're going to find all the information at the end of the video for the petition. You're going to find Dagda's website. And more importantly, if you're a rich philanthropist out there and you've got money in your pocket, you better put your hand in your pocket and save this Limerick institution. It's been here 23 years, and it's just a joke that it's going anywhere. This is Richard Lynch. This is Michael Klien. You're watching ilovelimerick.com. See you soon.